When my adopted son filled our grocery cart with tissue boxes, I thought it was funny, until he said, "The expensive ones taste sweeter." That's when my heart broke. My wife and I had been trying to have a baby for years. Every test, every doctor visit, every failed attempt felt like losing a dream we hadn't even met yet. So when we finally saw that little plus sign on a pregnancy test, I thought it was our miracle. I was ready to tell the world. My wife stopped me, saying, "Let's wait until the doctor confirms." At the appointment, our world collapsed. False positive, no baby, no heartbeat. The drive home was silent. I tried to comfort her with maybe next time, but even I didn't believe it anymore. Then, in the quiet, she whispered something that changed everything. "Maybe we should adopt." I looked at her, and for the first time in months, I saw hope. So we did it. We started the adoption process, the interviews, the background checks, the waiting, and eventually we met Lucas. He was 9, small for his age, and heartbreakingly polite. He called us sir and ma'am, said sorry before speaking, and never asked for anything. My wife said maybe he was scared we'd send him back if he wasn't perfect. We tried to show him he was safe. His own room, movie nights, pancake Sundays, but he stayed distant, like he was living with strangers. I wanted to connect, to be a real dad. So one weekend, I took him grocery shopping. I grabbed anything you want, I told him. Go crazy. He nodded and ran off. I expected chips or candy. Instead, he came back with his arms full of tissue boxes. Not the cheap kind either, the fancy ones. I laughed and asked, "Hey buddy, why so many tissues?" He froze. His hands tightened on the box. "They're high quality," he said softly. "They soak up moisture. They're sweet." That last word made me pause. "Sweet?" I asked. He looked down. "Promise you won't get mad?" I knelt beside him. "I promise." He whispered, barely loud enough to hear, "When we didn't have food at the orphanage, I used to eat the expensive tissues, the sweet ones. I saw on TV they were safe." I swear I felt my heart stop. I thought things like that only happened in movies. I told him, voice shaking, "Lucas, you never have to do that again. I'm gonna feed you so much real food you'll get sick of it." He looked up, eyes full of fear and hope. "Really?" I nodded, crying now. "Really?" He hesitated. "Okay, but can I still get one box for when I miss it?" I bought him one box, just one. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it, how a child so young had already learned to survive hunger with paper. Now, every time I see him laughing at movie night or asking for seconds at dinner, I remember that day in the grocery store. Because sometimes love doesn't begin with a heartbeat. It begins with a box of tissues and a promise that a child will never go hungry again.